National Taiwan University. We are going now to see a progress report from another working Geopark network. Progress report of Taiwan Geopark network.
So much
Thank you.
They were chosen.
Good afternoon, everyone here. And this is a very nice opportunity for us to present our works in Taiwan for you. As you know, we cannot join the apgn, but we would like to follow the guideline of the Geopark. So in Taiwan, we try to do our best for the Geopark. So this is a kind of teamwork in Taiwan. So I'd like to present to you here about what we have. And in 2011, we start this kind of Geopark network. And I just found it is 3 years after Japan. So actually, we had a conference on landscape conservation in 2011. So during that conference, we tried to start this kind of network. And from the conference themes, you can find geoconservation, geoheritage, geohazard, geotourism, and geodiversity were the theme of the conference. So from the conference, we start to have a kind of Taipei Declaration there. From there, we have got some support from our government. And from them, we start this kind of job. At that time, 6 geoparks were designed at the first stage of Taiwan Geopark Network. As you know, geopark is a kind of new concept from the UNESCO. So we think this, although Taiwan is not a member of the UN, but we'd like to follow this kind of concept to promote geopark affairs from education, from conservation, from local participation, as well as tourism. So you can see the core value for Taiwan Geopark can be divided into 4 parts. One is landscape conservation. As this morning's keynote speech also mentioned about the conservation on geoheritage. So you can find we follow this kind of idea from a long time ago. But as far as we mentioned on geopark affairs, you can see this is kind of essential value for our environment. And so since 2006, 3 years ago, 3 years ago, we had an environmental education law, including our president. Everyone has to take 4 hours lecture a year. So this is very good opportunity for us to put geopark concept into our environmental education. So you can see how to increase the knowledge of geopark. It's very important topic or a very important issue for Taiwan in the moment. So, and also the community development to involve local community is also very important for us because of the local economy in some small islands or some other geopark areas is very essential for their sustainable development. So for the most national park and the national scenic area, the recreation and the tourism industry is also very important. Here we focus on ecotourism development on geopark. This is also part of our work. So from here you can see we had 5 geopark projects in Taiwan. One is called geodiversity, geoconservation, geoheritage, geotourism, and geohazards. As you know, we had lots of natural hazards in Taiwan, earthquake, typhoons, and so on. So this is a kind of mission we have to face, and it's a kind of also a fate we have to face. So this kind of job also for geopark affairs. So for the progress of the network, we think a new platform of website as many other countries has done. and to raise awareness of geopark around the country, and to enhance the partnership between each site. So we had 2 annual conferences a year for our 6 geopark networks. And also we try to set up some training course for like interpreter or for school teachers to let them know how to promote geopark. And to start from education and strategy planning is also a very important part for us. As you know, in Taiwan we are a very small island, so everything in Taiwan we need to introduce. For example, the new concept of geopark, we have to start from education. And with this education purpose, we also have to start our strategic planning. So this is the kind of progress we are trying to do. So, and we do find more researches are needed. So, for example, for each geopark, we would like to have very scientific research like you have in Jeju Island. We think you did a also very good job, excellent job in Jeju Island. So after that, we start to share our experience and knowledge through network conference. We think that just like us to attend the AGPN conference or GGN or EGN conference, we try to learn more from other people. We try to share our experience to other people. So this is the reason why I'm here. So as you know, we are in a group to work together to share, to study our geopark. We also feel very lucky to have our support and support from our government, and as well as from the academic. So in the near future, we think the information of geopark network is very important for everyone in Taiwan. So through education and environmental education, as well as network conference, this kind of job we are trying to do more in the future. But also we would like to learn more from other countries' geopark. For example, Jeju Island or Japan. There are many geoparks we would like to take our people to learn from there. So in the future, please allow us to visit you, especially in the Asia area, like in China as well. And as you know, if you think this is a very important job, then you feel a kind of pride for your local area. So we think this is also very important for our people. They will have a sense of pride, a sense of pride to their geopark in the future. For example, like this. So some of our geopark, they try to set up their T-shirt so they can have a uniform. So every time they attend a conference or a network meeting or some training course, they will wear their T-shirt. Or I don't know whether they will sell it or not at the moment, but I think through time in Taiwan, people will do this as a kind of new job and develop more business in the future. And you also can see this is the mayor, the magistrate of one of our local governments here. And many people from other countries to visit Penghu Geopark. For example, Professor Bernie Smith, he was the evaluator of World Heritage Site a few years ago. So we try to host all the visitors from other countries. This is one. And this is the kind of community, what should I say? It's a network activities during in Taiwan. You can see they wear their T-shirts from different kind of geopark, and so they have some activities together. And so when you have a kind of network meeting as well as international conference, this is part of the field trip we did. And for publication, as many other people mentioned during the conference, we think also it is very important. In Taiwan, after this year, we can have pamphlet, posters, web resources, and some kind of competition in our 6 geoparks. So we think this is very important for people to present their works in their geopark as well. For competition from Penghu Geopark, and you can see Penghu is famous for not only for salt, but also famous for marine ecology. And this is what the kids' image from their homeland. Also, you can also see many kind of local significance or local landscape they would like to present from their painting. And for Lichi Geopark, you can see this is actually a kind of badland, but they have very good fruit products as well as handcraft in that area. So you can see this is their poster to try to attract people to go there. And I think this is also a very important site for geopark because of tectonic movement. This is a kind of fossil. You can see a marine plate from this area. And so the material from the marine plate in this area is also very famous for the geologists in this area. So after you have traveled around the geosites, then you can find a lot of stamps. And Taiwanese people like to do stamps. I don't know what the other people do. Okay, you visit other sites. Okay, and this is another posters they made to present their landscape badlands. So, and this is their pamphlet. So introduce people where they can go and when they should go. But I think most of the geopark around the world have this kind of posters or pamphlets. But in Taiwan, you can see this is the case. But as you know, this is in Chinese. We think if we like to attract foreign visitors, then bilingual at least, or plus other languages is necessary or essential for our future. We would like to do that in the future as well. So this is a kind of geopark network. And for this geopark, it's famous for geohazard. This landslide has 5 landslides since 1870. So regularly landslides, and is one of the biggest landslides in Taiwan. But the local people like to turn this kind of landslide into tourism, geotourism. They introduce people what is landslide, what is the hazard, something like that, and as well as the beautiful landscape like the waterfall and so on. So you can see from here, most of the geoparks in Taiwan have some achievement or progress, like the website. This is Chaolin Landslide website. So for local involvement, you can see from other people, we had some geopark, we had local bus with the geopark logo, and we try to train the local interpreters, and as well as the ecotourism. For the ecotourism, they can try to introduce from the local people. And so this is one case. So you can see the logo here is our geopark logo. And in Penghu Island, so from the school, you can see we try to introduce the concept of geopark for the local. And so this is some of the case that we had. As you know, in Penghu is one of the islands between Taiwan and China. And so they are rich in marine ecology as well. So this is the case, how to introduce the local environment to the people in Taiwan. And so this is also kind of important bird habitat area, and so you can see a lot of very special species in Taiwan. So through environmental education, as you can see on one of our geopark in Yelio. So next week, the Japanese colleagues, Japanese Geopark Network will visit this site. We feel very great to have our Japanese colleagues to join us in this area. So local involvement as well as the local products for local economy is one of our mission and progress, and as well as the publications. And as you can see, we got a lot of awards from the government because of this kind of publication in Taiwan. And I think local people were so happy to learn that the geopark products publication has been awarded. So this is some other result. So this is the end. Our geopark network need your support. Thank you for your attention.
过很多你们的国立公园的，可是我还没知道你们的国家地质公园的情况。我只是一个问题，请问一下，有什么特别的差别？两种公园的，还有人们觉得怎么样？你们有两种公园，国立公园和国家地质公园。
Our national park is more in conservation. So the geopark in Taiwan is more local involvement for sustainable development of local business as well. So we introduce geotourism for local people. So sometimes this is not the
giving the regulations.
I read from the guidelines two kinds of identity. Is NGO, another one is nation.
I think there are other guidelines in the GGN. You're referring to the GGN guidelines, or because I don't think so.
Wait, let me go back to check.
So as far as I know, it's in the agreement between the GGN and UNESCO. So we have reached the end of this session. Now we have been having 4 different but all very.
우선 저희 조직에 대해서 간단하게 설명을 해드리겠습니다. 저희 국가지질공원 사무국은 환경부 산하기관 apgn. So from now on, we are continually trying to make you.
So I guess that is the main idea about networking, that we are actually assisting and discussing in the network.
nice opportunity for us to present our works in Taiwan for you. As you know, we cannot join the apgn, but we would like to follow the guideline of the geopark. So this is a kind of teamwork in Taiwan. So I'd like to present you here about what we have. And network. And from the conference themes, you can find geoconservation, geoheritage, geohazard,
的差别，两种公园的，还有人们觉得怎么样？你们有两种公园，国立